Top British horse racing jockey retires at 48 after horror fall and 5 surgeries. Top British horse racing jockey Jim Crowley has announced his retirement at 48 after suffering a horror fall last year. Crowley, who plans to stay in the business, fell while on board Almeraq at York in September and has undergone 5 separate surgeries since. Crowley does not think he can achieve the standard of fitness necessary to continue his legendary career, but he still plans to transition into a role as a trainer. "I've had 5 operations, the last of them 3 weeks ago," he told the Racing Post.
Then I found Lulu Talks tea and everything shifted. Once I started drinking it, my mornings were ruined in the sense that they'd never be the same again. I began waking up feeling rested and energized, something I hadn't experienced in years. My new routine? Just 1 cup of Lulu Talks in the morning. On top of that, my menopause symptoms have eased significantly. I finally feel like myself again, strong, confident, and like a woman who's ready to take on the day.
Curious what makes it different? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/8.
Mentally, I still think I can do it, but physically, it's just not possible to get back to the level I would want to reach. Crowley's declaration arrives on the closing day of the Qatar Goodwood Festival, a venue where he rode exceptional sprinter Badash to a record 4 victories in the Group 2 King George Stakes over 5 furlongs. He also experienced considerable success with Bide, securing Group 1 triumphs in the 2021 Prix du Moulin at Longchamp, Queen Elizabeth II Stakes at Ascot, and the subsequent years Lockinge, Queen Anne Stakes, Sussex Stakes, and Juddmonte International. Crowley, who began a decade over jumps in 1997 and transitioned to the flat full-time in 2006, also collaborated with Shadwell luminaries like Hucombe, Mostadaf, and Anmot. But he was compelled to suspend his career after suffering pelvic and leg fractures in the fall at the Knavesmire last year. He was aboard Almeraq for Shadwell and trainer William Haggas when the colt seemingly clipped the heels of a horse ahead, simultaneously bringing down another runner, ridden by Trevor Whelan, who also sustained injuries. "The injuries I suffered have made me realize how fortunate I've been to enjoy such a long career doing something I absolutely loved," Crowley added. "Holding the Shadwell job for so long was amazing. It has been a pleasure to ride for Sheikha Hissa, her father and the family, and I've also enjoyed working with Angus Gold and Richard Hills." In June, Crowley ruled himself out of Royal Ascot, saying, "I've been riding out and I'm just not up to race riding yet. Although I could probably turn it up, it's not where I want it to be, and I want it to be 100%. You can't come into a meeting like this at the top stage if you are not 100%. It's hard, but one thing I have learnt is racing is a great leveler, and it is at the end of the day horses running around a field. They're a lot more worse off than me.